With us today is John Fratella, sometimes called Jack.
Right.
And Jack is a recovering cancer patient, I might say, recovered cancer patient. And Jack, I know you've gone through some, to say the least, some traumatic and yet some interesting aspects of your health and treatments and so on. And yet I suspect way back, 10 years ago, whatever, you were just living a lifestyle like everybody else, and
probably, 10 years ago, I was probably like most people, and I thought that I was probably indestructible. I was sort of healthy, didn't have any serious problems, so I wasn't eating my vegetables, wasn't eating the fruits, fast food places most of the time, except for the meals at home. And since there was nothing ailing me, just took it for granted everything was fine. I was probably a few pounds overweight, maybe 15, 20 pounds, and somewhat energetic, but basically everything was fine and nothing was bothering me. Then about 2.5 years ago, I was watching television and I saw this thing about, this piece on CBS News where they actually showed somebody going in to look for polyps and colons, and they were talking about some of the things to look for. And here I am having breakfast, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching this, and I said, I have one of those symptoms, maybe I should go have it checked out.
Wow.
Just casually.
Is that right? And then,
yes.
So that was about March of 94?
March 94.
Hereabouts, huh?
Right. So what happened is that I went to a general practitioner, and he checked me out, and he says that I had a small polyp in my colon, and to see a specialist and have it removed. Several months later, when I finally had the procedure done, it was too large, and I needed to have surgery to have part of my colon removed. At that time, they says that they removed all, if not most, of the cancer, and that they recommended chemotherapy as a follow-up, just for maintenance program.
When they went in looking at the polyp, they discovered you had cancer. After you went to the second doctor.
Yes.
Okay, that's when they discovered you had cancer.
Well, what happened was that it was so large that they couldn't remove it in the normal procedure.
I see.
So then they said, okay, because of the size of it, and I'm not sure if they did a biopsy at the time, I was forced to go to a surgeon. And then the surgeon says, cases like this, we're going to remove this first section of your colon.
And that's when they discovered the cancer?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And they did a biopsy on several of my lymph nodes, and they found three I think out of 20 had traces of cancer in it when it was removed.
I see.
But they said everything was fine, recommend that you go for a chemotherapy and radiation for the next year, and your chances will be about 95% that it's gone.
Is that right? So at the time, that must have been quite traumatic for you, though, going through this.
It was the first major illness that I've ever encountered, yes.
Yeah. So you underwent also the chemotherapy? You went through those treatments?
I did chemotherapy for about 9 months, and I did radiation for about a month.
I see. Okay.
And then at that time, I had a blood test done called the CEA test, and my level was 0.8, which is very, very good. It's like non-existent. And that was fine. I was told to come back 3 months, 6 months later for checkup. Through my own fault, I guess, and because I was feeling great. Here I am recovering from chemo. I'm gaining weight back. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good. I just forgot all about it. Then around March of this year, of 96, because I was feeling so good, I said, I'd like to go for a general checkup.